going to demonstrate the EconoSeal T-System, which is a simple, automatic, and reliable way of taking a flat die-cut blank, in this case with corner lock construction, forming a tray with a hinge cover, and then performing the closure of a hooded cover style. This is predominant in both food and gift items, whereby the cover, once the opening feature is released, is a single clamshell piece for open and then reclose. We're obviously just demonstrating and simulating product with a piece of wood for this video. We're now looking at the overall T-System line, and moving from left to right, the line consists of an EconoLock automatic tray former, 10 feet of continuously moving flighted conveyor to move the form trays through a manual product loading area. This manual loading area is accommodating approximately 6 feet, which provides sufficient room for up to 2 operators. An option would be to lengthen this conveyor if more loading room is required. The tray then gets to the end of the conveyor line where the cover is automatically plowed closed, and the loaded carton is then transferred into the third leg of the line, which is the reverse tri-seal with the hinge leading. The reverse tri-seal closure finishes the hooded cover closure, goes up through a compression section, and then finished cartons are delivered down via this delivery chute, continuing in the direction of production flow. We'll now take a closer look at each segment of this line. Flat blanks are loaded into the carton magazine, and one at a time they are pulled off the bottom via vacuum and fed forward under the forming area. When we turn the machine on to continuous, the machine will cycle on a repetitive basis, in this case at a rate of 25 trays per minute. Small cylinders will open the female slits on the tray so that when the tray is plunged and formed, the male locks are fully engaged on all 4 corners. The tray then is deposited onto the flighted conveyor and pushed through the 6-foot product loading area. Product is then manually loaded into the trays as they move along the loading area of the conveyor. As the loaded tray approaches the end of the conveyor, the cover is plowed closed. The side flap enters the anvil area of the deboss coder so the carton cover can receive a date or lot code. This fiber optic cable then senses the carton and transfers at 90 degrees hinge leading into the reverse tri-seal closer. And as it first enters the closer, there are small cylinders on both ends of the entrance that close the small hood posts of the hooded cover, and the carton then elevates up over the front glue pot. As the next carton enters the lower level, this glue pot applies glue to the front flap in the appropriate areas to complete the hooded cover, and then the carton is then discharged from the top of the machine down a chute to a takeaway conveyor or packing table as a completed, sealed, and finished package. Again, we're running the system at 25 cycles per minute. If you have any questions about the T-System or any of the EconoSeal products, please don't hesitate to contact the factory for further assistance. Very simple operator controls. We have the on-off or vacuum for carton pulling from the magazine. When the machine is in the intermittent mode, pushing the start button once simply makes one tray. When we switch to continuous, they'll make trays on a repetitive basis. This system right now is cycling at 26 trays per minute. You go through the loading area and then the automatic transfer and tri-seal. There is an emergency stop button that when you release it and come back to energize power, you simply have to hit the blue reset to energize the system. We're now going to turn the machine onto the continuous mode, and run some trays to show you the tray forming end of the system. Again, flat blanks are fed forward, mandrel plunges them through the tooling cavity, and the four corners of the locks are engaged. Again, we're operating at 26 cartons a minute, and as the form trays come out, they're manually loaded along the conveyor. There's enough room at this standard conveyor length for 2 operators. The cover is then plowed closed. The flap of the carton is then date coated with a deboss coater, transferred into the sealer. Hooded cover complete. Completed carton is discharged. Here you have your hooded cover bakery style carton with corner locks. Okay, we're now looking at Fresh Boy Bakery, and we're running the 3rd and largest size. Greg will just run these out with the limited supply of dummy product that we have. We'll just show you the overall shot that the unit is working very well. We have sent you some of the cartons marked up with the slight suggested changes on the taper, and that makes all the difference where these run very, very well. It's actually running too fast for him. You pull it up. Thank you. Give one go. Running quite well on the large size. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call.